We have runner on at second base with one down. Ball hit to the right-hand side. The right fielder coming in, not going to be able to get to it, and Segrist is on with his second hit of the ball game. Moving over to third base is Luke Royal on the play.
Now batting for the Rebels, number 55, Nolan Riley.
It's way too loud. Way too loud. I went outside and it's just way too loud. All right, we lost our feed here for a second, and we apologize about that. But the Wi-Fi once again went out. We have runners on at first and third now with one down here in the bottom half of the seventh inning.
Yeah, we do have the feed offline. That's what I'm getting.
Up is the third baseman, 55, Nolan Riley. Runners on at first and third, and pitch to Riley is in there for call strike one. So the count goes 2 balls, 1 strike now to Nolan Riley. Once again, we apologize, but we lost our Wi-Fi again, and we had to reboot to get back on. We hope you join us. That one missing high for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Nolan Riley. Segrist reached on the base hit. He's standing at first base. Royal reached on an error, and he went to second base on that error, and then just went to third on the base hit by Segrist.
Riley should be looking for one good pitch.
We have one down. That one breaking ball misses inside for ball 4. So Nolan Riley will be on with a base on balls. Jack Segrist moves to second base, and Luke Royal on at third base.
For the Rebels, number 21, Lincoln Andrews.
So here comes the pitcher, the head coach now for the Haysville Aviators.
Yeah, I mean, this situation with Andrews, second in the league in RBIs. The guy that they probably do not want to see up right at this spot right here. But I'm sure Lincoln, he's kind of drooling right now because he loves RBIs. He loves hitting guys in there, and he's done he's been so consistent.
Once again, if you're just now rejoining us, we apologize, but we lost our Wi-Fi and had to reboot. Looks like we're back on the air, and we hope you do rejoining us. The score is 2-1 in favor of the Newton Rebels. They do have bases loaded. The way they got the bases loaded, the first batter here in the bottom half of the seventh inning, Eshelman struck out, and then Luke Royal reached on an error, went to second base as the ball went into the dugout. And then Jack Segrist recorded a base hit on that play. Royal moved to third base, and there's now Nolan Riley walked. So now that loads the bases up with one down. And that's going to bring up the first baseman, number 21, Lincoln Andrews. 2-1 is the score in favor of your Newton Rebels. Once again, we apologize for losing you, but we hope you do rejoin us. That one missing inside, and that ball gets away from the catcher, so a run will score. Luke Royal will score for third base. The score now is 3-1 in favor of the Newton Rebels. Moving over to third base will be Segrist, and moving over to second base will be Nolan Riley. I'll pitch there by Andrew Bond. Has scored another run for the Newton Rebels here in the bottom half of the seventh inning.
Now they're going to intentionally walk Andrews right there.
Intentionally walk. That's the second intentional walk by giving up to Andrews.
Rebels, number 17, the Boom, Enzo Bonventry.
And that will bring up the designated hitter, number 17, Enzo the Boom Bonventry. Bases loaded with one down here in the bottom half of the seventh inning. 3-1 is the score in favor of Newton. But they do have the bases loaded. First pitch, ball hit hard into center field. The center fielder, Wallace, will be getting under it, making the catch, and a hard throw into home.
Throw.
A great throw there by Wallace, as that ball was not hit very hard, deep, I should say. And Wallace was able to come in to make the catch for out number 2. So a fly out to center field for the second out. We'll bring up the right fielder, number 23, Joey Martinez.
Yeah, and that's the thing about Enzo right there. That wasn't probably his best swing, and he had 0-0 count, runners on, but I'm sure he'd love to have that back right there.
So bases still loaded here in the bottom half of the seventh inning. They need some more insurance runs. And Joey Martinez up. That one called strike one right across the knees on the outside corner. Martinez reached on a base hit his last time up, as he is 1 for 3 here tonight. He does come in batting .285. As he's been up the bat 91 times, has 26 hits. That one hit off the end of the bat. Pitcher Bond is able to get to it, goes to first for out number 3. So a 1-3 put out for the third out. And the bottom half of the seventh inning for the Newton Rebels, they score 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 3 left on base. At the end of 7, it is the Newton Rebels 3 and the Haysville Aviators 1, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the top half of the 8th inning. Due up for the Haysville Aviators will be the leadoff hitter, the center fielder number 1, Brady Wallace. We do have a new pitcher now coming in to pitch for the Newton Rebels. We be number 14, Sam Cassane. This is his first time pitching here this year.
Well, I mean, we don't have a lot on him. I can tell you he's lefty.
Now batting for the Aviators,
So,
number 1, Brady Wallace.
And we don't have a lot of lefties on our team, so that's
the final numbers there for Ricky Hockett. He went 7 innings, gave up 6 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 2 base on balls, 1 strikeout, as he faced 27 batters. So a nice night here for Ricky Hockett. Once again, Sam Cassane now pitching for the Newton Rebels here in the top half of the 8th inning. Due up is Brady Wallace.
I was going to say, you're talking about Hockett. He's actually had some pretty good starts this year. I mean, for a guy that came in late.
First pitch there by Cassane, in there for call strike 1. So the count goes no balls, 1 strike. Yeah, he definitely had a good night here tonight. Didn't strike out very many, but didn't need to.
No.
Just didn't give up very many hits.
Use your defense.
That one in there low for ball 1, so the count will now go to 1 ball, 1 strike now to Brady Wallace. We are in the top half of the 8th inning. The score 3-1 in favor of the Newton Rebels. And once again, we hope you join us as we lost contact with you due to the Wi-Fi. We rebooted as fast as we could. And we got 19 people watching us now. Jane Eshelman, we thank you very much for your comment, along with Jake Gibbs from Newton Rebels Baseball, who's out of town in Colorado?
I believe it's his birthday. Celebrating his birthday.
Celebrating his birthday. Well, happy birthday there to Jake Gibbs. Count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Brady Wallace here in the top half of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. That one is lifted foul. It's going to be out of play as Hibiki Uchi took his mask off, thinking he may get to it, but it is out of play. So the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Sam Cassane now pitching for the Newton Rebels here in the top half of the 8th inning. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. That one, a swing and a miss there by Wallace as he goes down swinging for out number 1. That is the first strikeout recorded there by Sam Cassane.
And go figure, Wallace is one of the toughest outs for the Rebels in these 3 games, and then Cassane comes in. We haven't seen him, and he strikes him out.
That brings up the designated hitter number 3 at Cole Lee. Yeah, Wallace had a double his last time up. And here's the pitch. That one a drag bunt. That's going to be fouled off, and it's going to be not able to get to it. Hibiki Uchi went towards the infield, and then when he realized it was over his head, it was too late.
That's what I say. That's another tough play for a catcher or something like that. If you don't see it come off, I mean, he has to come off that bat.
Yep.
And he saw it, but not behind him.
Cole Lee attempting that bunt, so the count, it did go foul, so the count goes to no balls, 1 strike now to Cole Lee. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does it again. Of course, the first time is always going to be,
right.
When a surprise like that is the best time to do it. But now they'll be looking for it. So here's Cassane's pitch. That one is swing and a miss there by Cole Lee, and the count goes to no balls, 2 strikes. And we have 1 down here in the top half of the 8th inning. Score is 3-1 in favor of your Newton Rebels. Here's Cassane's pitch. Breaking ball missing low and outside for ball 1. So 1-2 now the count to Cole Lee. Designated hitter here tonight for the Haysville Aviators.
So Cassane, he's quite an athlete. I mean, been a center fielder for most of the season.
And here's the pitch. That one missing outside for ball 2. That will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Not sure whether Todd Hook is listening in or watching here tonight. He does the broadcast for the Haysville Aviators. And since we were not able to play in Haysville, he wasn't able to do any of the telecasts. So we were lucky enough to do the telecast here in Newton for him. We want to wish him well. That one lifted into left field. The left fielder takes a couple steps back. That's Eshelman makes the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, that always scares me when an outfielder doesn't move, because you go, did he see the ball? Especially with the sky, tough sky right now. But he was right on it.
Well, it's a beautiful evening here in Newton. And we have 2 down now here in the top half of the 8th inning. Due up is the first baseman, number 32, Jordan Larson. So 2 down here in the top. 3-1 the score in favor of Newton. And here's Cassane's pitch. That one missing inside for ball 1 as Hibiki Uchi tries to frame that one, but it was just a little bit inside. 1-0 now the count to Larson. And here's the pitch. That one in there for call strike 1. That will even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with Cassane. I mean, he's a guy coming in there and he's throwing some strikes and getting out.
1-1 now the count. That one missing low for ball 2.
He's got some good, looks like a little change up there. He's got some movement.
So the count goes 2 balls, 1 strike now to Jordan Larson. Lefty against the right-handed batter. That one misses high for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. First baseman, number 32, Jordan Larson.
So Larson's got a good eye.
And that's going to be ball 4. So Larson will be on at first base on a walk. That will bring up the shortstop, number 23, Romy Martinez. And Sam Cassane better be careful here with Martinez, as there is now a runner on at first base. And we saw what he did last time. He hit a home run into left center field. Once again, that is the 2nd home run recorded against the Newton Rebels by Romy Martinez in 2 nights.
Yeah, and Romy, like I said, he's been very impressed impressive to me, just what he does, offensively, defensively, how he handles himself.
There goes the runner to second base. Uchi throws down, but not going to be in time as that ball goes into right field. And the right fielder will grab the ball and throw it in. So we have a stolen base and an error on the throw. And Larson ends up at third base with 2 down here in the top half of the 8th inning. Not sure what that pitch was. Strike. It was called strike 1, so the count is no ball, 1 strike now to Romy Martinez. That one, oh goodness, that was inside for ball 1 apparently. Both Kassane and
but you can't be doing that. I talked to Uchi about it. You can't turn around like that.
That one missed inside for ball 1, so the count goes 1 ball, 1 strike.
Umpires don't like that, and I don't blame them in a way, because what it looks like.
Sam Kassane thought it was a strike. That one hit hard, and is that gone? That is foul. Wow, it's a good thing that was foul because he got a hold of that one.
No, he's got a quick
got very good hand-eye coordination there. When he swings the bat and he makes contact, he's got very good timing.
For a 5'9" guy, he's strong. I was looking at his bat speed. He gets through the zone.
There's a ball hit to the right side. That's going to be out of play as the count stays at 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Romy Martinez. Like I say, you don't want to make a mistake against Mr. Martinez here, as he's already shown power twice now against the Newton Rebels. Once tonight and once last night in that doubleheader. And here's Kassane's pitch. That one fouled off to the right-hand side, going to be out of play as the count stays at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's where it's pretty important that, Uchi, who knows this, he's the catcher, he's been watching and tells somebody like Kassane, who probably doesn't have the pitching experience, what he needs to do, what he needs to, what's the method that we're going to do to get Martinez out.
Okay, now this is a teaching moment for you, Mr. Carve. That ball is fouled off to the right-hand side, okay?
Yeah.
Are you paying attention
I'm
here?
paying attention right now.
When I say it's a beautiful evening, you're supposed to say, yes, it is. It's 76 degrees with the humidity at 86. The wind's at 6 miles an hour out of the southeast.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Okay, remember that.
It is beautiful out.
It is nice out. That one high for ball 2. So the count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes.
This one of those nights, if you were playing ball, you could play forever. One of those.
Is exactly right.
I want to keep playing.
You don't want to go home, that's for sure. So 2-2 now the count to Martinez. And here's the pitch. That one into the ground and stopped there by Uchi as the count goes full now at 3-2. Keaton Kander is up next if we get that far, as there is 2 down here in the top half of the 8th inning. Sam Kassane ready to go. Here's the pitch. That one fouled off to the right-hand side, and hanging tough is Romy Martinez.
Yeah, quite that bad. He's fouling him off, trying to find the one that he likes.
So the count stays full now at 3-2. Not sure whether Kassane likes that ball because he keeps looking at it, but it is a brand new ball. And here's the pitch. That one lifted foul once again to the out of play. And the count is full still at 3-2.
I hope that they're going after those balls. A lot of candy down there for some of the little guys down there chasing it.
So Romy Martinez up. And runner on at third base. Here's the pitch. That ball hit foul on the right field side. It takes 1 bounce and goes over the fence.
There's Zach Bravo bringing out a couple.
Not sure, is Zach Bravo due up for tomorrow or not? I'm not sure. He pitched in the All-Star game for 2 innings.
Yeah, it's kind of tough because he pitched 2 innings and he had pitched on Wednesday, and then it was only 2 days.
Okay.
So I don't know if they're going to
Here's the pitch by Kassane. That one hit to the right-hand side. That's going to be in for extra bases as that it gets by Martinez. A run scores from third base. Larson scores. And in at second base with a double is Romy Martinez. Nice at-bat there by Martinez. as that takes the score now 3-2 in favor of the Newton Rebels.
You know, and he was just battling, but he didn't even get a full swing. It wasn't even a full swing. He just kind of outside pitch swing and didn't even get through it all, and that's how far it went. That's how strong that young man is.
So Romy Martinez records his second hit of the ball game and his second RBI, as he is credited with both RBIs here in the ball game for the Haysville Aviators. The score 3-2, with now the tying run at second base. It's going to bring up Keaton Kander. First pitch is in there for call strike one. Keaton Kander recorded a base hit his last time up, as he is 1 for 3 here tonight. Comes in batting .217. That one misses outside for ball one. And that will even up the count now at 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's Consane's pitch. That one fouled off. And the count will now go to 1 ball, 2 strikes to Keaton Kander. And Kander kind of pounded that bat there against himself because he thought that was it. He thought that was the pitch that he
right
could
there.
take. He could drive, and instead he fouled it off.
He's probably saying, give me another one like that.
Yep, exactly right. So the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Keaton Kander. With 2 down here in the 8th inning, the score 3-2 in favor of Newton, but there is a runner in scoring position at second base. That one hit hard down the line. It is foul. Once again, he got the barrel of the bat there right on the ball, but drove it foul down the third base side.
And it's a point right now where you need to play the no doubles. I mean, it's even though we have that 1-run lead, you do not want to give a double down the line. I mean, he might score, Martinez might score from second, but you don't want to get the hitter out to second base.
And we got 30 people watching us here now. We welcome you back. That's, wow, what a great pitch there by Sam Consane. Doesn't get the call, and that will now take the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, one thing I got to say about this umpire, he's been very consistent with that outside pitch like that. Has not called it one time here yet tonight. It was awful close, though. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled off there by Kander, as the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's a tough situation to put Consane in a game like this, you know, with the 2-run lead. And this is the first time I've seen him pitch. And the coaches, obviously, they have confidence in him because they've been watching him in the bullpen.
So the count is still at 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Keaton Kander. Romy Martinez on at second base with 2 down here in the top half of the 8th. Here's Consane's pitch, and he lifts that over the backstop. Matter of fact, right on our press box.
Yeah.
As you could hear that one hit. And the count stays at 2-2.
Almost sounded like it.
Sam Consane already at 32 pitches here in this inning. And here's the pitch. That one fouled off as Kander just stuck this barrel of his bat out there and was able to make contact. It was pretty high, but the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Some with his bat right here. Or
not sure if he broke his bat or not, but he's moving over to the, or maybe he needs some pine tar.
he might need some
because
rosin or something.
Yeah, because it looks like he kind of half swung that one, and either he was going to lose the bat or just wasn't sure if he was going to take a full swing. But he was able to get the barrel of the bat and fouled it off. So he's stepping back into the batter's box. Count still at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on at second base with 2 down. And here's Consane's pitch. Breaking ball left outstairs for ball 3. So that will take the count now to full at 3-2.
It's like they had somebody with the hat going up. Somebody I can't see in the bullpen, the Rebels bullpen, but somebody's ready.
Here's Consane's pitch. That one misses for ball 4. So Keaton Kander will be on at first base on a base on balls. And that will bring up the catcher, number 28, Matt Bond.
But here's Coach Clark.
Coach Clark coming in, and that's going to be it for Sam Cassane, I believe. And while he's going there, we're going to take a small break. We'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball. We're going to have a new pitcher now for the Newton Rebels. So Sam Cassane went 2/3 of an innings, gave up 1 hit, 1 run, 2 base on balls, 1 strikeout as he faced 5 batters. He does have runners on at first and second. And now coming in to pitch for the Newton Rebels will be
someone we haven't seen in a while, Frank, but we started out the season. He was one of our special guys out there.
You say number 35?
Aaron Bechtel.
Aaron Bechtel will be coming in to pitch. 5'11", 175-pounder, junior out of Wichita, Kansas, out of Wichita State University. So Aaron Bechtel will now be coming in to pitch for the Newton Rebels. First batter he'll be facing catcher number 28, Matt Bond.
Yeah, Bechtel had a pulled groin muscle issue that was keeping him from there, and he did make the All-Star team, but he couldn't play because of that. So he gets in here. He's not going to go long, I can tell you that.
First pitch was a strike. That one in there for call strike 2. So the count goes 0-2 now to Matt Bond, as there is runners on at first and second, with 2 down now here in the top half of the 8th inning. 3-2 is the score, and Aaron Bechtel's pitch. Swing and a miss there by Matt Bond as he goes down for out number 3. So the top half of the 8th inning for the Haysville Aviators, they score 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of 7.5 innings of play, it is the Newton Rebels 3 and the Haysville Aviators 2. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. The score is 3-2 in favor of the Newton Rebels. I am Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, and he is Mark Cavala, our general manager. And over here to our right, we have Grant Jones, the general manager for the Haysville Aviators. He's doing point streak here tonight, and we appreciate him doing that for us. So we're going to be coming back out for the 8th inning.
Well, we were talking about Andrew Bond and like what he told Grant before the game. Told him, he said, hey, I'm going to go all the way. And guess what? He looks like he is going all the way on here. Andrew Bond's been very impressive, and there he is. And he's still looking good right there with his motion and everything. He's thrown about 88 pitches. So we'll see what happens in the bottom of the 8th.
Andrew Bond has so far gone 7 innings, has given up 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 base on balls, has 7 strikeouts as he has faced 32 batters. The first batter he'll be facing, second baseman number 1, Andrew Brotman. So Brotman is up. He is 1 for 3 here tonight. There's a breaking ball low for ball 1 into the ground as Brotman reached on base in a base hit in the 5th inning. He flew out to the center fielder in the 2nd, and then he struck out in the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. That one a breaking ball in there for call strike 1. So that will take the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Listen, it's a good approach right here. I mean, you want to swing at that. That was a good pitcher's pitch.
3-2 is the score in favor of Newton here in the bottom half of the 8th. That ball hits the right-hand side. And moving over to his left is second baseman Stevens. Goes over to first for out number 1. To Larson for a 4-3 put out for the first out. We'll bring up the catcher, number 15, Hibiki Uchi. Uchi tonight is looking for his first hit of the ball game. So he struck out the first time. There's a swing and a miss there by Uchi.
But that must have been a hanging pitch because him and I do talk about approach and say you don't on a curve or anything with spin, lay off of it.
Another breaking ball outside, missing for ball 1. We'll take the count now to 1 ball, 1 strike to Hibiki Uchi, as we have 1 down here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. 3-2 the score in favor of Newton. That one missing, a fastball outside as it goes back to the fence area. And the count will now go to 2 balls and 1 strike.
And one thing, a pitcher sometimes when he's not throwing as hard right now, but he's getting more break right now. He's getting a lot of break.
That one misses outside for ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike now to Hibiki Uchi. As Andrew Bond ready to go. That one fouled off to the right-hand side. That will take the count to full now at 3-2.
But you got to look at Andrew Bond. He's almost 100 pitches, and I don't know if he's thrown that much, 100 pitches this year. So
he's at 96 right now.
Yeah. So what he does, he's got to compensate for his velo.
That one hits Uchi in the back, and Uchi kind of just rubs it off a little bit. He's going to be heading down to first base. That was a breaking ball that just didn't break, and Uchi will be on at first.
And that's one thing that always got me about players. Players get mad when they get hit with a curveball, and I'm going, it's a curveball. Thank you for putting me on base. And the guy looks mad at the pitcher. I'm going, come on.
Brings up the left fielder, number 5, Aaron Eshelman. Eshelman struck out his last time. Reached on a base on balls and scored a run in the 5th and then struck out in the 3rd inning. So he's looking for his first hit of the ball game as he's 0 for 2 here tonight. Uchi on at first base with 1 down. 3-2 the score in favor of Newton. We are in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Once again, we hope you have rejoining us. We were up to about 30 viewers. And now we're down to 27, 26.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm glad. I'm glad they're still here. Then
they're still watching. That's good.
This game definitely isn't over.
That ball lifted to the left-hand side is going to be out of play, the third base side. And that takes one bounce and then bounces over the fence. I'm blaming it on you. The ratings are going down.
Is that me? I can take it.
You can take it, okay.
It's not the first time I've been blamed for something, especially when you coach 20-some years in college.
I'm sure you got blamed once or twice.
Yeah.
Count is 1 ball, 1 strike now to Etchelman. There's ball hit to the right-hand side. First baseman gets it and makes the tag at first and ends safely at second base as the first baseman Larson tagged the bag and then he threw to second base. Covering was Romy Martinez, making the tag but not in time.
Yeah, Uchi did a good job. Uchi did a good job sliding in there. You know, you always want to slide into the base there instead of standing up.
So now we have 2 down here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Brings up the center fielder, number 10, Luke Royal. So Royal is up with the runner on at second and 2 down here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. The Rebels need to try to get another run across if possible. And here's the pitch. That one breaking ball misses outside for ball 1.
Is that 101 right there? And
Luke Royal looking for his first hit of the ball game as he struck out his first time, got hit by a pitch his second time, and then reached on an error by the second baseman. That ball hit to the right-hand side. First baseman is going to be able to go to it. Larson, and then those to the pitcher covering, Bond, for out number 3. So a 3-2 put out, or correction, 3-1 put out for the third out. And at the bottom half of the 8th inning for the Newton Rebels, they scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. And we're going to stay right here, Carv, because we want to make sure that we thank our sponsors once again. This game is brought to you by Miller Insurance Agency, American Family Insurance, Duty Works, Conradi Insurance Group, Boston Insurance, Ability Connections Store and Stuff and U-Haul, Roofing Services Unlimited, Shamrock Car Wash, Pate and Paul's Attorneys at Law, Affordable Autos, Remax Associates of Newton, Kansas, the Tim Marler and Family, Carl Hodges, Dr. Brett Wolf's DDS, John and Lori Odom, Newton Rec Commission, Bob Burke, Buy Loco, and Ray Roofing. Our host families, Connie Miller, Joe Petlow, Michelle and Brett Kaufman, Robin and Christopher Eshelman and Aaron Eshelman, Tammy Schmidt, Chad and Joni Considine, and Zach Bravo. Once again, thanks to all our sponsors and our host families for this year.
I think we need to say Mr. and Mrs. Joe Pedlow, since
Okay,
Joe's got married this past weekend, and for allowing us to have some players to stay there, especially at the last second. And Grant will attest to this. You know, getting host families, that's the toughest thing out there, and especially in this year. This year was very tough with what's going on in the world, and we didn't have as many host families as we usually do, Frank. But you know, hopefully next year everything's back to normal.
All right, well, thank you to them. And coming out to pitch another inning is Aaron Bechtel. As we go to the top half of the 9th inning, due up is second baseman number 7, Seth Stevens. Stevens recorded a base hit his last time up. And then after him will be Ample and Thinger. The score is 3-2 as we go to the top half of the 9th inning in favor of the Newton Rebels. They are the home team here tonight, and we're not sure yet whether we'll be playing tomorrow night or not, but if it doesn't rain, we'll maybe playing our last game of the season. If not, we'll be playing on Thursday night. That one fouled off there by Stevens as the count goes no balls, 1 strike. Once again, this is the first appearance by Aaron Bechtel as he was injured at the beginning of the year. That one misses outside for ball 1. So the count goes now to 1 ball, 1 strike. So over a month or better that he has not made an appearance. The ball lifted to the right-hand side. Brotman. No, looks like Joey Martinez comes in from right field as he calls him off. Yeah, almost on the infield area.
Usually it's your second baseman area right there that usually goes and gets that. But Joey Martinez was way in there. I mean,
well, Joey Martinez must have called it real quick because I noticed Brotman just kind of gave up on it, and Martinez did come in to make that catch for out number 1. We'll bring up the right fielder, number 6, Bailey Empel. And here's Bechtel's first pitch, missing outside for ball 1. 1-0 now the count to Empel. We will post it on Facebook whether we're playing tomorrow night. So if it is, it will start around 7 o'clock. The fastball hits that outside corner as the count evens up now at 1 ball, 1 strike. And if it rains, then we'll let you know that the game's been postponed until Thursday, which is actually the actual date for the last game.
Right. I was going to say, with Bechtel being injured, he had the luxury of going to Wichita State.
That one missing outside for ball 2. So the count will go now to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
But he had the trainers. He got to work with them. You know, I talked to him, and he said, he was getting looked at and all that. The doctor's there. So he had that luxury. That's what's nice about the Wichita State guys playing.
And here's the pitch. That one a swing and a miss there by Empel, and he goes down swinging for out number 2. That is the first strikeout recorded. Correction, second strikeout recorded there by Bechtel. And that will bring up the third baseman, number 13, Chase Thinger. Okay. We're going to have a pinch hitter, number 4, coming in to pinch hit for the Haysville Aviators. It'll be Jeff Myers will be coming in to pinch hit now for the Haysville Aviators. He'll be pinch hitting for Chase Thinger.
Yeah, 6'1", 180 from Alvin, Texas. He played yesterday, went over 4, played first base yesterday in the 8-2 game.
So Jeff Myers now up at the plate for the Haysville. He comes in batting .239. There's a swing and a miss there by Myers as the count goes 0 balls and 1 strike. He's appeared in 19 ball games, has 11 hits at 46 at bat, and has scored 3 runs. And Bechtel steps off, so the count still stays at 0 balls, 1 strike. 2 down here in the top half of the 9th inning. The score 3-2 in favor of Newton. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss there by Myers, and the count now goes 0 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Bechtel looks sharp. I mean, for a guy who hasn't pitched for a while, but he's looking really good, hitting his spots.
And here's the pitch. That one misses low for ball 1. So the count now goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still shows 76 degrees here in Newton. Not sure if that is correct or not. And here's a pitch. A swing and a miss there or it is fouled off, I should say. I didn't see that ball go down the line there.
You know, Grant and I were talking during the break, too, how tough it is. Like, you have guys that when you put the roster together and then all of a sudden they get injured or certain situations, whatever. And he's what we have been with him. You know, that's
1 ball, 2 strikes, and here's Bechtel's pitch missing high for ball 2. So that will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, like we were talking to Grant Jones yesterday, he was saying they were down to 17 players. Yeah. And normally we carry 30-some. And there's a swing and a miss there by Myers, and that it will be the ball game as the final score will be the Newton Rebels 3 and the Haysville Aviators 2. A nice ball game by both pitchers. Andrew Bond for the Haysville Aviators and also for the Newton Rebels, Ricky Hockett. Going 7 innings and getting the win here tonight.
Yeah, so, and like we talked about earlier, Ricky, he's had some good outings. He's had some, ones that I'm sure he wasn't really happy about. But this is one of his really good ones. Next, right up there with the one against the Diamond Dogs. And right now, seeing that pitching, the pitching was really good today. And that's one thing we've been battling with our pitchers. We've been behind in games early. And we got into this game 0-0 in the 5th inning, which is very rare for us because there's always somebody that's going to be scoring. And, we scored the 2 runs. I remember Segrist had that 2-run single, and, guys stepped up, and then the pitcher's there at the end.
Well, the offensive player of the game has to be Segrist, as he went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs, and he got that big single in the 5th inning as he scored Uchi and Eshelman there in the 5th inning. And then he got another base hit in the 7th inning and was left stranded at third base. So my offensive player of the game would be Jack Segrist, and then our defensive player of the game has to be Ricky Hockett, as he went 7 innings.
Right, yeah. And I mean, Hockett did a good job, and I'll tell you, it's great that Bechtel came in there. That was a great move by Coach Clark to bring him in there, because I was trying to figure out who's he going to bring in, and it was almost like we forgot about Bechtel, but we didn't know when he would be coming back, and he basically saved the game at the end, because I felt the momentum change was going to the Haysville Aviators right there at the end.
Exactly right. Ricky Hockett ended up going 7 innings, gave up 6 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 2 base on balls, 1 strikeout as he faced 27 batters. So congratulations to those 2 guys for being the offensive player of the game and the defensive player of the game. Once again, right now we're not sure whether we'll be in action tomorrow night or not.
No, we don't know, do we? We don't know. So
both general managers will get together. The head coaches will get together. We'll post it on Facebook, on the Newton Rebels Facebook page, whether we play tomorrow. If we do play, it will be at 7 o'clock here in Newton. And Wi-Fi's down? Okay. Showing live here. So anyway, we'll hopefully play tomorrow. If not, we will finish our season on Thursday, as we know now officially that the Newton Rebels are done for the season after this final game, due to the fact that they have their 13 teams that are coming in for the NBC World Series, and the Newton Rebels will not be one of them. So,
and just to tell some of the Rebel fans, we're going to make sure, try to get some guys out on some of the teams that could be playing in the World Series, some other teams, especially some of the teams within our league. So hopefully some of the fans be able to watch those guys. But one thing I'm excited about, too, the next day is that Carl Hodges MVP award, because I think that's something. And, right now we all, with the votes are in, we'll find out tomorrow maybe. I mean, if we get to play.
If we get to play, we'll hopefully hand that out tomorrow evening, the MVP award for the season for the Newton Rebels. That will be presented out on the field, and I'm sure you'll be presenting that.
Well, and I'd like to get Carl out here, but I'll talk to him. If I can't, then yes, I'll have to do that. But.
All right, so we'll hopefully get a chance to show you that tomorrow. And another thing is, we want you to continue watching the NBC World Series, because I'm sure that we will have some players that will be playing on other teams.
Right.
We have some pitchers and then some infielders that may be playing on those other teams, and hopefully they'll get a chance to play in the NBC World Series and get that experience. So I will be one of the PA announcers once again. This will be my 26th year as the PA announcer for the NBC World Series. I'll be my first 4 days, they want me in Hutchinson. So we have 3 games a day the first 2 days, on the 3rd and the 4th. So look for me there. If not, I will be calling some games on YouTube on the NBC World Series page, or their channel. And so I will be calling some games there for them also, both at Hutchinson and then maybe some games in Wichita. So,
and I think people need to support it. They need to, make sure they go out there and show that the NBC is still big here in the Wichita area.
Well, it'll be the 86th annual NBC World Series, powered by Energy. So, sponsored by Energy, and we're looking forward to it. And like I say, we want to thank all the people that have been watching us here tonight in this whole season. We hope that you have enjoyed our telecast, whether it was myself or Chad Fry. Chad Fry usually calls the home games, and Mark.
I hope you don't mind me here, do you?
Well, we got to get. You are the colored commentator, so we do have to have you here, and we do appreciate the work that you have done for us here this year, filling in as a color commentator, and then joining us on the road there.
Yeah, and things will get better here with the production. We like I said, it's a process, everybody. And one last thing, Frank, I need to bring up is, let us know what your memorable moments are. Could be 1 or 2, whatever, of this summer. All the parents out there, whatever. let us know either on Facebook or right here on YouTube, just that your best memories, because Frank and I want to talk about that when we get on there the next time we come on.
Well, okay. Well, like I say, we're hoping that our game's tomorrow, but if we don't get to play tomorrow, hopefully it'll be on Thursday. But we definitely want to get that last game in for the season. Like I say, we know it is going to be the last game as a Rebel, and then from then on, hopefully some of the Rebel fans will get to play in the NBC World Series. Well, you've been watching the Newton Rebels baseball. The final score this evening is 3-2, as the Newton Rebels take another one against Haysville, and now they are 3-0 in the 4-game series, hoping to play our 4th game tomorrow evening. Carv, is that all?
That is it. That's all it for now, and hopefully we'll be playing baseball tomorrow.
Okay.
Grant?
On behalf of Carv, our general manager, Grant Jones, the general manager for the Haysville Aviators, and then we got Jim back there that has been doing our gate.
The unsung hero. That's one of our unsung heroes.
Exactly right. This is Frank Martinez. Wishing you a good evening. We'll see you tomorrow night, hopefully. And you've been watching Newton Rebels baseball. Rebels win 3-2, and we'll see you tomorrow night or on Thursday. Good night.